Hello everybody. Today we are going to paint a very pretty painting, a koi fish pond. So this is specially made for beginners. It might look a little difficult, but it is a very simple painting. You can start by applying black and turquoise blue on the background, and you can see that this is very thin paint. It is not very thick. The background does not need to be completely opaque, and with black and turquoise, I have not mixed black and turquoise. I'm taking separately from the palette and then applying it on the canvas, and it need not look neat and filled up. It is not opaque. It is just like very rough strokes of the brush. And then we start making pebbles. You can use a half-inch brush for this, or whichever flat brush. This entire painting is mostly done with variations of flat brush. So here I've used turquoise and white, and you can see the shape of the pebbles is oval, rounded. It does not have any sharp edges, of course, because they are in water, so nicely eroded and round. You can go on to make the bigger pebbles first, like place them on the canvas, in the pond rather. You can spread them properly, place them properly on the canvas, not all large pebbles at one end, or just distribute them properly on the canvas. And then we go on to make grey colored pebbles, again very oval and round. Now we add turquoise with white and take some light colored pebbles, and you can see that after we are done with the larger pebbles, we fill up the entire area with tiny, very small pebbles, tiny pebbles, and medium sized pebbles. Now here we can also make some pebbles in burnt sienna and white. So just a mix of these three shades, turquoise, grey, and burnt sienna. You can see that here I have used a rather small flat brush, because with that I can make medium sized and very small sized pebbles. You can use a slightly broader flat brush if you feel like. I'm comfortable with this because I can fill in tiny spaces with very small pebbles and pieces of rocks. So now we highlight the larger pebbles and give it a good rounding and a smooth look. And just give the lighter shade of that pebble on the top and then just blend it. You can see that we are highlighting all the pebbles on the top with a lighter shade, and also all the smaller pebbles. So basically we highlight all the pebbles that we have made, and you have to fill up the base of the canvas with tiny pebbles. We leave spaces but not very big ones. We make the floor of the pond very densely filled with pebbles and stones and rounded pebbles, and we highlight all of them with their lighter shade. You can highlight the brown pebbles also. In fact, all the pebbles need to be slightly highlighted, a tinge of highlight to show the rounding, to show the curve. Now we make tiny lotus leaves floating on the water. They're really small, don't make them very big. And we make them with permanent green and cadmium lemon. We make 4 or 5 of them, distribute them on the canvas, and you can have lighter and darker shades of this mix of permanent green and cadmium lemon. Now we make the outline of the fish and fill it up with white. So we make the outlines of white with white for all the fish. We see how we want to give the curve and where the fish is coming from. So all that, and then we can just fill it up completely with white. We make all the fish that we want to make first. We make the base. Try not overlapping it on the leaves, but of course they will overlap the pebbles and stones that we have made. We give a lime green border to the lotus leaf just to give it more character, and it's a very subtle detail. You don't need to go into a lot of detail. We've kept it simple and just tried to achieve the effect of the leaf. Now we start painting the koi fish, and if you have seen pictures or paintings of koi fish, they have these patches of yellow, orange, black. So you can make your own colors, select your own colors and put them on the fish. It's patchy, so try making it like that. You can make any other fish that you like. You can even make small very basic colored, plain colored fish also, just with gradation. We go on to add black. So this is a yellow and black fish, and this yellow that we have used is the cadmium lemon. Now we take orange. You can go in for any orange. You want a darker one, or you want to mix a little bit of red and use, even that's okay, that looks pretty. I have used a very basic plain orange shade here, not mixed anything in it. Now we go on to make the tiny fins, which are very delicate and translucent. So you make it with a very thin liner brush or a thin round brush and create the lines. Now for the white and yellow fish, I have mixed yellow and white, a very light yellow to fill in. And for the orange and white fish, I'm going to make a very light orange for the fins. You can make them long, you can make them very structured and short also. I'm keeping them a little flowy. We just give a second layer of white to make it brighter on the fish. You can also use a slightly different shade on top, so you can have different colored fish also, depends on how you want to do it. We go on to make the eyes, and for the eyelids we just give a slightly darker, like a tinge of grey, just a line above the black dots, and you can make very tiny black dots and a small eyelid in that same shade. You can just put it on the top of the mouth. It's very subtle, it just it's just there. Don't make it too dark, we don't want it very apparent. Finally, we just make these water lines. Now here we have made it circular, just because all the fish have gathered at one place, so a kind of circle, a ripple has been created. That is what we have shown. You can choose to make smaller circles, or you can even show a little bit of bubbles, but here we are just making very basic water lines with a very light blue and white. That's it, what the two colors are, and highlight it with white or a very light blue, and let a few lines go over the fish, so that shows that the fish is below water. And don't make them too sharp. Yeah, that's all that we need to do. So you can see it's a very simple and basic painting. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please write in the comments if you feel you have any questions, and I will try and answer them.